Hi, my name is Lisa, and I want to let you know that if you are fully motivated, if you are like super excited to take on a project, guess what? You only got about 50% chance of actually taking action. I know, crazy, only 50%. You can be fully motivated, and yet we fail to take action. So what I'm going to show you today is really the power of habits in empowering your vision to whatever it is that you're working on. So whether it is a goal, a vision, or a dream, we're going to use habits as the secret sauce to actually make this come to fruition. Now, before I get into this, I want to start with an intention. First off, I want to honor every one of the speakers that is here and everybody that has shown up in a group of collaboration, because together we have learned. We show weekly to accountability groups. We talk about all the good, the bad, and the ugly of what is going on in the empowering our own visions, right? In the entrepreneuring experience, because guess what? It's a journey. It's not a destination, right? So we got to keep that in mind as we're going towards things that we want to do. Our second intention of today is to empower you guys, right? To give you guys the tools, the tips, and the things that we have learned that have helped us get to where we are today, right? So that is the big intention. And my personal intention is to empower you. That's my why. That is why I do any of the things that I do. That is why I'm here. And I really hope that you can take at least a small piece of the puzzle and take that and really implement what I teach in your life. Because I can tell you that everything that I've been doing to get me to where I am is going to be broken down in a quick framework that I'm going to talk about. So that is truly the intention. All right, so who am I? My name's Lisa. My last name's Ciesniewski. We say Ciesniewski in the US. They say Ciesniewski in Poland, according to some Polish rugby players that I met at a bar one night. But that's how I got taught how to pronounce my name. Anyway, I am an entrepreneur, an educator, an equestrian, and a wellness advocate. I am the founder of the Dark Horse Project, a media company empowering visions through collaboration and education. And we have a social platform that recently launched that I encourage everybody to join, the Dark Horse Network. So this framework that I'm going to teach basically has helped me go from being that entrepreneur that was really struggling. I had had a few things happen in life that really had knocked me on my butt, shall we say. And I was struggling to even find my own worth. I thought I was a failure. I took all of those things personally. And then I was sitting in the middle of this country by myself with a dog and a horse. And I saw this guy pop on the Facebooks. And he's like, if you buy my book, if you pay for shipping and handling, I'm going to send you my free book. So I don't buy anything, but I bought this guy's book. And it was the Motivation Manifesto. And that's Brendon Burchard. And since that day, my life completely transformed. Since then, I've gone on a deep dive through personal development with Brendon, with Tony, with a ton of others, and really got the idea of how do you take what is a idea and make it come into fruition, to make that be a bigger vision. And the entire idea of the Dark Horse Project has then become from this. So I know through this journey that the thing that makes it possible, the thing that helps you get over those hurdles are the habits. I know it's not so sexy, right? I mean, you're like, yay, we're going to do this thing. Wait, it's habits? That means that, oh, okay, well, so it's habits, and that's the secret sauce. So if you can get your mind wrapped around that, I'm going to give you a couple tools to make this actually sexier, I guess. I don't know, we'll try that. So the framework that I'm going to talk through is the Empowering Visions framework. And basically, we're going to talk about 4 main parts, and that is your vision, getting clarity on what your vision is. Your vision is your what and your why. It's your North Star, which has you headed in what direction we're going. Now, clarity is the #1 high performance habit. So if you have not read the book, High Performance Habits by Brendon Burchard, I'm also going to highly recommend that. It's free on Spotify as well. And so dive deep into that, because it's really about the intentional habits that make this happen. So the second piece of this framework is strategy. It's going to be the how we're going to get it done, which is basically going to go over how your mindset, your modeling, who you're copying, who you're following, those people that did it before you that are successful, follow those guys. And then momentum, which is the one that I think is totally underplayed in the entrepreneuring realm, because I think there needs to be a lot more emphasis. When you start something new, it takes a lot of torque. You need a lot of energy, right? To get that rocket ship up off the ground, we need a lot of energy. So it's going to be all of that energy that you're going to need to generate, which happens to be the high performance habit number 2, generate energy. So that is going to be your strategies. And really, the secret sauce will be in the habits, which I'm going to come back to next. But fourth part of this is collaboration. And I really want to touch base on the idea of collaboration, specifically based around weekly check-ins with other people striving, i.e. the whole reason why we're sitting here on this Zoom doing this stuff, right? Because of this accountability group. If it wasn't for everybody else who showed up, who said, I'm doing great, I'm honoring this, I'm struggling here, for everybody that showed up over the past year, that is the collaboration that makes your visions happen. So whether you get done with this event and you don't join any of us, I highly recommend that you at least find somebody else to be your accountability partner, okay? So one thing I want to do real quick is put in the chat just a link. This is a link to the Empowering Visions framework that I just walked through. And I just want to really quickly touch a couple parts of the habits, because I want you to be able to walk away from this few minutes with me and actually be able to take action, right? Actually be able to take something that I talked about and help you get towards your next big goal, vision, or dream. So when we talk about habits, I have 4 main areas of focus that I think are most important when you're going after a big goal, vision, or dream. First is going to be routine habits. And I'm going to tell you that my number 1 needle mover that has helped me get to where I am today is my morning routine. That's a routine habit. Now, the catch with habits is we all have habits. Did you know that about 40 to 50% of your day is actually automatic habits? You're just going through the motions, doing the habits. So you already got them. The question is, are you implementing enough intentional habits that actually move the needle and make things happen? So my morning routine is very much about getting in the right mindset, making sure that I'm taking the actions so that I can then move towards my goal, vision, or dream. The second piece of this is realization. So this is going to tie into exactly what Andy was just talking about. The fact that our brains have the capacity to change, to learn, to grow, and that we have the ability to take on new subjects. Life is much easier, better, is more fulfilling when you are growing, right? That is like part of what keeps us as humans entertained. Well, if you put actually on your calendar that you are going to start doing more learning and you're going to make sure you're getting to a mastery level at some part, whether it's your goal, your vision, whatever you're going after, there are pieces that you're going to have to do, realizations that you're going to have to make it possible to make that happen. So that is the second area of focus. The third area of focus is resets. The thing is that we all get to the end of the day and we almost get burnt out because we never stopped in between the things to slow down and reset and make sure that we are being intentional with our next move. So it's really about the intentional reset habits. And the last one is recalibration habits. And those are when you set a destination, like this is the biggest pitfall that I see all entrepreneurs get into. They're like, I have this goal and I'm going to set it here and I'm going to do this thing. And a few weeks go by and guess what? That thing didn't happen yet. Not quite. I mean, you did some work on it, but like there's still kind of a lot to go. Most people, they stop right there and they're like, I didn't make it to my habit. I'm horrible. That is the biggest pitfall. The biggest thing that you can do to overcome that is to go, here's my destination. I need to recalibrate, just like an airplane recalibrates when it leaves Los Angeles for New York and it hits wind, turbulence, all the things that make it have to recalibrate. So we have to do that as entrepreneurs. We have to be continuing to look at where we are. New info came in, great. where are we going? So that is the biggest things for me on the Empowering Visions framework. If any of this resonated with you, I hope that you'll join me this coming week as I do a challenge where I'm going to dive a little bit deeper on these topics. It's part of the VIP experience. There will be a link that you guys can go to sign up for that, all free. I'm just going to dive a little bit deeper on these habits and really help you, because once again, my motive, my reason for being here is to make sure that you are empowered to make your vision, goal, or dream come true.